Hello everyone, and welcome to another Doctor Who episode review with me, John Parker, and... Jack, wake up!
Oh, Jesus. What happened? What happened? Where am I? Oh. Is it over? Is it over?
Yes! We're safe now! Come on!
With me, Jack Herring.
Get this review over, we will be fine!
With me, Jack Herring, and with...
Hi.
Right, so here we are, first day in 2019. First thing I will say is to everyone, Happy New Year. We do hope you can we've had a fabulous day and a fabulous night last night, and wish you all the best for 2019. I wish that could be said for this Doctor Who episode, but from what we've just witnessed, not so much. So, we started off with I thought it wasn't that bad of an introduction to the episode. I thought it was pretty
I liked the intro part, yeah.
I was getting a little bit excited because I thought, oh great, we've got a pre-title sequence. We haven't had that in a while.
I did thought that too. Yeah, well, that's English.
Yeah. But then about, what was it, like 10 minutes in, I was like, well, we're not getting a title sequence now, aren't we? For some unknown reason.
They did it the same as episode 1. But then again, that was expected because it was premiered in a cinema typey thing.
Yeah, but so was the other episodes in that format. So what, you started off the pilot for the series 11, just continue and,
They could have left a space between the little introduction.
Yeah.
And when the episode starts. So after the premiere, they could quickly lob in a title sequence.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
or just put the title sequence in there to start with, because
why not?
It makes fucking sense.
Yeah. Yeah, but alas, they did not. So yes, we dive straight into the 9th century where this battle was going on, and apparently these 3 individuals, or this army, whatever, managed to somehow randomly capture a Dalek. And from what we saw in the textbook, they captured the Dalek using rope, right? It looked like rope was wrapped around the Dalek. And they used...
I'm surprised that worked.
And they used a form of heat to break down the shell and then dissect the actual Dalek creature, the actual living Dalek, into 3 segments. Now, there was a lot about this Dalek that made me scratch my head, because I'm like, is this really a Dalek that we're looking at here? But as the episode went on, it turned out this Dalek was naturally not your bog standard Dalek, but a Dalek scout, which apparently... reconnaissance.
That's the one. I can never say that word.
reconnaissance scout type Dalek. They're the first to leave Skaro, apparently, and genetically they are very much different to that of standard Daleks. I suppose really the main core thing is that 1, they can live outside the shell, obviously, and 2, they have a form of telepathic control over people. Yeah. So they control their bodies, minds, pretty much everything about a person. Well, not actually control the minds, but they've got to be attached first to control it. So it was a very interesting and, to be honest, a not so fascinating approach to a new form of Dalek.
Well, there was a major problem with that whole intro.
Yeah.
If the flipping military with their guns couldn't stop it, then how on earth did 9th century humans manage to get the damn thing to stand still long enough for the heat and all that to work?
And that the only way to defeat the current Dalek was with, well, microwave radiation.
Well, exactly. Well, I don't understand. I don't get it. Carry on.
Now, of course, this episode had a lot of throwing back and forth between random things. I think the main core mission the Dalek wanted to pursue was getting all these random pieces of tech so that it could create its shell again. It managed that, but I think the Dalek lost a little bit of weight, don't you think?
Just a bit.
Yeah.
It looked like it'd gone on for being Weight Watchers for a bit too long.
Yeah.
I actually said a funny thing during the video.
Mm.
You know how the screwdriver was made out of crap in Sheffield.
Yeah.
Mm.
I said to someone during the episode, I was like, "You've seen the screwdriver made of crap from Sheffield, but get ready for the Sheffield."
The Sheffield. The return. Doctor Who and the Sheffield. Forget Doctor Who and the Daleks, that's the crap title, Doctor Who and the Sheffield. So, to me, because I've said before that Doctor Who recently in Series 11 hasn't felt like Doctor Who at all. And I think two things that both of you have actually pointed out is the bonding or the issues between Ryan and his dad.
Mm.
Now, I think it was John, I think you said this. As I was watching it, I thought, Jesus Christ, am I watching EastEnders? Emily Coronation Street?
Literally, right? It's okay if you see a small scene. I mean, there was a few times in that episode where they did a small scene talking about it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But that whole scene with the calf, there was a whole 5 minutes of content where they were purely talking as slowly and as dramatic as possible. And it literally felt like I was watching Broadchurch or Coronation Street or EastEnders or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? To be honest, like that all annoys me enough. But what annoyed me more is the plot point that Ryan's dad was trying to sell a microwave oven to a fucking cafe. What?
Yeah. You don't think they'd actually have the money
only
for that?
fools and horses?
Del boy.
Yeah.
Proper Del boy. Oh god. Yes. No, I agreed that sequence was it just made me feel like I wasn't watching Doctor Who at all. Now, I have to admit the Doctor's reaction to meeting Ryan's dad for the first time was I thought was quite funny, to be honest. I thought, ooh, we've got a bit of a, what's the word?
What was it, Graham's reaction when he opens the door, goes no, and closes the door again?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But it was the Doctor's. What did she say? It was because she was quite forthcoming, wasn't she? She didn't hold back. That's it. She didn't hold back. She literally just went straight for it, and literally just made him feel terrible. Made him feel really, really bad. And I thought, ooh, okay, not bad at all. But the rest of it, nah. I just didn't feel like I was watching Doctor Who. I didn't connect with the episode at all. And we were switching between the action sequences, that car chase, which apparently, according to the cast, was epic. And to me, I was like, well, it
wasn't even a chase.
It wasn't even a sequence.
Yeah.
It was just the car skidded around the corner, plummeted down the bloody street, and that was it. The motorway, whatever. And then the police pulled her up. But then we switched between that, and then we switched between the bonding between Ryan's dad, and back to that again. And I'm just like, I got to a point where I started getting a little bit bored and tired. So, I mean, here we are talking about that, and the idea of the Dalek just got, thrown out.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of cool ideas there. Once again, the ideas team, brilliant. It's the execution that I think they really need to work on. It's bad.
Yeah.
Chibnall is a drama writer. He is not a sci-fi writer. You can tell this is a massive proof of this. He cannot seem to grasp the idea that too much drama is bad for Doctor Who. Yes, it's a drama show, but it's supposed to be around the sci-fi aspect of it. Now, the Dalek idea of taking control over the woman, that was a good idea, but it did come across as a bit weird, didn't it? I mean, the Daleks don't laugh. They can't laugh. They had that removed from their genetics, didn't they, or their emotions?
That's another. I figure because that's a higher Dalek. I think I'm quoting right here. If you read Engines of War, there's 5 super Daleks.
Okay.
And I think they have laughed. I think they laugh at the Doctor at some point in the book. So Daleks can laugh. It's just that the normal bog standard Daleks are a little more heartless.
I was just about to reference Dalek Calm, but that was when he went insane and blowed up. So
he went mental though. So that's
he literally broke.
A little bit different.
He broke through the time lock, didn't he? And because of how powerful the time lock was, it literally just made him go insane.
Do you remember the Ice Warriors episode?
What?
When Skaldak.
Yes.
When I first heard the Dalek voice, right, in this episode, it sounded very much like Skaldak. I thought they'd actually brought the same voice actor in. They might have done. I haven't checked, but it sounded exactly like Skaldak. And I thought, I've never heard a Dalek talk like this before, so it felt weird. And then when he got a bit angrier or a bit louder, then he started to sound monotonal like a Dalek would do. And when he went back into the shell, obviously they've mastered the voice back in the old style. So they definitely had it. So when he was out of the shell, he was a lot more, what's the word, laughy and ha ha ha, look at me, evil kind of thing.
More of a deeper, darker soul, something like that.
Yeah, but when he's in the shell, he went back to that root feeling of a Dalek would do.
Yeah. But that's all well and good. But going back to another point about the plot hole is that when the Dalek wrapped around that archaeologist, Lynn, I think her name was, he then got to go into the Black Archive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how does the Dalek know, let alone a standard archaeologist, know about the Black Archive? How does the Dalek know to hack, to use an Earth computer? Granted, obviously Earth tech, primitive to Dalek tech. I know.
Well, granted, I will say, I think the question, Jack, your question is a little bit wrong.
Is it?
Because the question you should ask is, how would a 9th century Dalek know about that? Because technically that Dalek in the previous wouldn't know, unless you say that he hacked her memories and she somehow knows about the Black Archive. I don't know how that's the point.
That's my point now.
I have a point.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You're thinking of it as though the Dalek came from Earth. It didn't. It came from Skaro, which is already more advanced than Earth in the 9th century of Earth. Mm-hmm. So it would know technology, and then yes, it had access to inside her head. Plus, I don't know if it would be able to connect to Dalek memory banks without a shell.
I don't think it can. I think the shell has the database.
So yes, the Black Archive thing is a bit of a hole there, but it would be technologically advanced enough, because Skaro obviously isn't in the 9th century. It just happened to go to the 9th century of Earth.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. But there is... So aside from the Dalek issue... Well, some of the Dalek issues and the issue between Roy and his dad, there is one other thing that I'm going to now light the spark for.
Oh, fuck.
And I think, Cody, you know where I'm going to go with this. Unit.
I cannot believe.
I didn't know how to react. I thought it was funny. Because Britain would do something stupid like that. But at the same time, it wasn't very clever, because Unit is really important. So.
Oh yeah. By the way, we've got rid of like a really fucking important organisation because we don't have the funding, but it wasn't government funded. When has it ever been said that Unit was government funded? Let me just reference like the entire 1970s of Doctor Who. Yep. I don't think Unit is fucking government funded.
Even if it is, it's one of the foundations that the government would want to keep alive, seeing it's the only one that is able to protect, effectively, Earth from the alien invasion attack. Hang on, isn't the Black Archive part of Unit?
Yes.
Yeah.
So how can she have access to Black Archive if Unit shut down? Or have I just completely missed a bullet there?
No, I think you've just discovered a fucking huge plot hole.
Yes, I actually think you have.
Because if they had a website for the Black Archive that was only accessible by Unit, if Unit was shut down, the website that is for the Black Archive
would be down.
wouldn't exist anymore.
I mean, granted, I can understand that all the alien artifacts would be stored somewhere, which I'm assuming that's what MDZ was for. And they would have access to it through research purposes, which I think is how they described that, Cody. But still, the Black Archive was shut down, so the Dalek couldn't access that information. It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, fuck.
Also,
That's very confusing.
the Black Archive, if you remember correctly, the only way you could ever get access to the Black Archive was through a door that had a memory altering device that every time you went in and out, your memory got wiped.
Yeah, but Jack, that was when the unit was alive.
Yeah, but why would they have something that's secure and have a website that any Tom, Dick or Harry could hack into?
Well, if you saw the scene, it was where she was like hacking into it or something, wasn't it?
True.
I don't know. It was.
Well, this is the database now, the actual their virtual archive, I suppose you could say, yeah.
Well, yeah, it could be a database somewhere. That may make sense.
The point is there's a massive hole there that I think Chibnall completely did not care about.
I mean,
Yeah.
Either way, right? You don't cancel UNIT. Who the fuck do you think you are, Chris Chibnall?
I hope they bring it back. I really hope they bring it back, and I hope they, because I swear to God, without UNIT, it's not Doctor Who anymore. It literally feels like he's converting Doctor Who into EastEnders.
Mm.
I mean,
But for
right
Sheffield.
now, it's more like Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
with drama.
Mm-hmm.
An alien.
It needs to go on CBeebies. They need to move it to CBeebies and then say to all the adults, sorry, your show's cancelled.
Yeah. So that Scooby-Doo did have aliens, didn't it? Scooby-Doo and the alien invasion at the very end. That was a really
Thank
good
God
film.
we've got to wait till 2020. We can settle
I
down for a bit.
know. We can have a freaking year off, and I'm so happy about that. It's
You
unbelievable.
watch, 2020 is going to come round and Chibnall won't have learned his lesson. It will be the same exact thing this next series. And it's going to... Oh, it drives me nuts.
Somebody say season 27.
Never. So, with all that in mind, shall we give our verdicts?
Will you stay still?
I'm staying still.
No, Craig, that is season 26.
Oh. Wait. Oh, 27 was the one that was... Oh, okay.
It didn't happen because it got
Yeah.
cancelled.
That makes sense. Well, I was close.
That went right over your
Well,
fucking
no. Well, it was the last episode of it, wasn't it? And they did say 26 went downhill. But anyway, carry on. Verdicts.
Okay. That whole thing just escaped me. So, yeah. John, out of 10, what would you give this episode?
I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to give it a bit more of a harsher score this time because I think it deserves it.
Yeah?
I'm not happy with the fact that Chibnall is... I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone says. This is a massive proof today that he is converting it into something like Broadchurch. And I don't want that. That's not how it's supposed to be. I mean, yeah, okay.
If you wanted to watch Broadchurch, you'd go and watch Broadchurch.
Well, exactly. And not only that, I understand character development is important. And I want character development. I don't want to not know what the characters are up to and what their lives are like. It's fine. But we don't need to see a massive sob story between two people when we know the end result will be, they'll be all happy.
Yeah.
I don't mind a few
That's a
bits of
typical kids'
information. 2 or 3 minutes, that's fine. But 5, 6, 7, when it's dragging on, and even people watching it are going, flipping hell, I might as well, watch something else. That's not acceptable. Now, I will say that the Dalek stuff, the good ideas there, I like that.
Visual effects.
Yeah, visual effects, great. The Dalek body and all that, loved it. It felt a bit like Alien, but maybe that's where he copied it from. No, but the idea is great. The execution, a bit poor. And once again, the writing is at fault there. But I liked the new style Dalek where it was made out of scrap parts. It kind of made sense. It was cool. And yes, they got the voice right with the Dalek. So I'm quite happy with that. Don't know who the voice actor is. Must check that. So overall,
I couldn't find it.
Okay, I'm sure I'll show it soon. But overall, I'm going to give it ever so slightly generous, only because I like the Dalek parts, because I'm a little bit biased like that. A low 6.5.
Okay, 6.5. And Cody?
Well, I thought of something we've not covered actually, and I want to go over it
yeah.
because someone in the group called this. They said, "I bet Ryan's dad is going to get taken over by the Dalek," and that fucking happened, didn't it?
Oh, was this put before?
Yeah, he said it before it happened, and then went, "Called it."
Oh, said it during the episode.
No, hang on. I don't know what he did say it. I don't know when he said it. I think he said it as soon as he showed up.
Ah.
But anyway.
Wow. But then that just makes it look even worse, doesn't it? Because it's making the plot predictable.
Yeah.
If you want to engage your audience, make them think a little bit. But no, if you're just going to give a linear storyline that everyone's going to guess, then you're doing a terrible job.
But the reason I've brought that up is because it leads on to more bloody character bonding. Oh, Dad, come back to me. I love you, Dad. Dad! And look, I can understand that would work as potentially a way to get rid of the grip over his mind that the Dalek had. But couldn't you fucking not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been okay had there not been at least 10 minutes of the episode already dedicated to Ryan's dad.
That's true.
Look, first there was Ryan's nan, and now there is Ryan's dad. And it's just fucking stunning. Really bad. But, yeah, no. Anyway, rating.
It's a good point, though.
I feel like it's going to have to be a 6. Because the Dalek stuff was good, but it doesn't outweigh the fucking character development.
Oh, quick extra point, by the way. The rocket launch is in the Dalek, which, by the way, we didn't see him fire, I don't think. Oh, well, we did at the end.
We saw one fire.
Yeah, we saw one fire. That was a good scene. I did shout out when I saw it. I was like, ooh, that was cool. Because it knocked the bomb, but he did it in such a way so that he knew it would knock it slightly, so that it would carry on into the tank. I thought that was a good idea. Carry on.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That was cool.
Because, I mean, with that, I actually was worried that the human tank was going to fire at the Dalek, and it was actually going to hit it, and it was just going to miraculously survive, and be like, oh, really? Come on. But no,
that would have destroyed it if it was...
That would have made it even worse.
Made a scrap.
But the clever ingenuity of the Dalek to literally just knock the human's missile just out by using its own, and obviously then destroying the tank at the same time, you know, the calculated attack it had there, that was pretty good, and I enjoyed that. But as we've said, you know, the whole character development part, that was just, it just made me feel like I weren't watching Doctor Who at all. Visual effects, and of course this new idea about the Dalek, not bad. Of course, visual effects, stunning. Again, you know, the space scenes, the time vortex,
the shield, the
TARDIS, you know, those visual effects are absolutely groundbreakingly
and the lens flares on the TARDIS lamp.
Yes.
I have a point about the TARDIS shield as well. Just remembered because you brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
Since when was it so strong? Think back to 2005, right?
Mm-hmm.
The TARDIS shield was built out of shit that Captain Jack picked up.
Yeah, the extrapolated shield from the Slitheen woman.
It could only protect against, like, half-assed kind of Daleks.
Mm-hmm.
And then come 2008.
It was yes, it was 2008. It was 2008.
References the shielding again, and the Doctor goes, "Yeah, that was because when we last saw the Daleks, they were a bit shit, and now they can combat that."
Because they generated that ring around the TARDIS, didn't they, in the stolen Earth?
But
that
what that doesn't cover is when did the TARDIS shield actually become any use against the Daleks?
Well, this Dalek was number 1 on its lonesome, number 2 using old, like, scrap parts and stuff. It's kind of weakened.
So, are we just going to go with the idea that it was the same concept of the extrapolator shielding?
Maybe.
Which hasn't been referenced in fucking years.
because I have no idea. Because
we can
at
say
that
that
point,
the TARDIS has improved itself over time.
So yeah, its system improved itself, but the overall look of it just went downhill.
So what you're saying is, Cray, a TARDIS that was in the war fighting Daleks didn't have shields that worked against Daleks in 2005, which was the Doctor after the war.
Okay, so there's another hole there.
So with that extra bit in mind, I'm probably gonna go even harsher. Right. The Dalek and the visual effects was the only thing I liked about this. The rest, no. And because of my feeling like I'm not watching Doctor Who, I'm going to give it a 4.
Ooh, wow.
Yes,
I just felt that like a stab.
I have given it a 4. I am literally
Spicy.
done. There we go. I just scribbled my notes up and just threw it on the floor. So,
You make notes.
yeah, I always do. So, folks, that is the end of our Doctor Who review, and it will be now, either for a year, or if we decide to even come back for the next series, if we can even stomach it, we'll be back in about over a year. But of course, we have got other content we are going to be doing for the channel as well, a lot of other separate things, so do stay tuned for that. 2019,
Yeah.
a whole new year for God knows what.
A bit more Second Life stuff to come as well.
Yep.
Eventually. Give us a few weeks though to
Yep, settle in.
break into the new year.
Yeah. So
Hope you like the new branding as well. All
Yep.
fancy.
Oh, thank
So, until next time, guys, take care. See you soon. Bye-bye for now.
Bye guys.
Oh.
Thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment below, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Also join our Discord if you want to chat with us and give video suggestions. Link in the description.
See you next time, guys.